For us to simplify these multiplication problems using the product rule for exponents. So we have a rule at the top right here where when we take x to the power of something times x to the power of something else, then we get the same base and then the two exponents added together. So the bases have to be the same here. So to start us off, we have x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 7. So we're going to add 3 plus 7, which gives us x to the power of 10. For the second one, same idea. We are multiplying here with the same base. So 5 plus a negative 2 is just 3. So x to the power of 3. The next one here, we have x to the power of negative 6 times x to the power of 4. So we're adding these two here since we have the same base, which gives us x to the power of negative 2. And if you understand negative exponents, we can't have a negative exponent when we're simplifying. So what that would end up being is 1 over x to the power of 2, because any negative exponent takes it to the bottom. Same idea for the next one here. First of all, we're going to add them together. So negative 2 plus a negative 3, which is x to the power of negative 5. And to get rid of the negative exponent, we throw it into the denominator here to get 1 over x to the power of 5. Next, x times x to the power of 2. Now, when we have no number here, it's just like we have an invisible 1. And since we're adding them together, we end up getting a total of x to the power of 3. Now, when we get to these next ones where there are multiple numbers here, we have 2 times x to the power of 3. I'm really going to focus on the numbers first. So I'm going to do 2 times 3, which is 6. Then we deal with the exponent rule where we have two bases that are the same, x and x. Remember, since there is no exponent here, I'm going to imagine there's a 1 there, because then I take 3 and add 1, which gives us x to the power of 4. So I'm multiplying any numbers, and I'm also technically multiplying x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 1, which gives us something that looks like this. So we have x to the power of 3, which is all of this, times x to the power of 1, which gives us a total of 4 x's, hence the x to the power of 4. So same idea here, 4 times 6, which is 24, and then x to the power of 4 times x to the power of negative 2. So I'm going to add those together. 4 plus a negative 2 is just positive 2. And now I have three different kind of numbers that I'm dealing with here. So I'm going to take 3 and 8 and multiply those together. Then I'm going to take my x values, anything with the same base. So x to the power of 2 times x to the power of 3 is x to the power of 5. Then my y values, so y to the power of 3 times y to the power of negative 2. So I'm adding 3 plus a negative 2, which is just y to the power of 1. When I have anything to the power of 1, I don't have to write it down. So there are my practice problems for the product rule when we're dealing with exponents.